This is Forgotten Rights. Now, today I'm going to be talking to you about the movie Birdman, the movie review. I did not like it. I didn't think it was that good. There are a lot of people who said it was some brilliant work of art. I think people kind of have a gut instinct to say that whenever it's a comic book movie that features graphic violence and is rated R. I think that's just a gut reaction. You know, they said about Logan, said about Deadpool. Actually, no, they didn't say about Deadpool because there were penis jokes in there. When there are penis jokes, then it's not a brilliant work of art. I mean, personally, I think you can have both. But Deadpool wasn't even trying to be a work of art. It was just hilarious and it was fun, fun, exciting, excellent action scenes. Well, pretty good action scenes, most of them. So, uh, my point is, I think people kind of overrated this movie. I don't think it was really that great. People try to make like insanity or delusion kind of into some brilliant plot device in movies or something, or not plot device, but just brilliant thing in movies that instantly rubber stamps it as a classic or some type of brilliant work of art, Oscar worthy stuff. I don't think that's how it works. For me, at least, I was bored for most of the movie. Um, because it's not about. I mean, my mom was saying that it was actually something like the trailer was meant to make it look exciting, like uh, some type of action thing. That wasn't the case. That's very much not how it went over. It was it was a guy trying to run a play. It was a former superhero actor from the 1990s uh, who he had to play the character of Birdman, and he's played by Michael Keaton, who of course played the character of Batman. And it's supposed to be his career is in the toilet. He's no longer an actor. But he's trying to reinvent himself as some brilliant brilliant Broadway director. So he's trying to make a play work, and it's not fun or exciting, for at least not at the very beginning. It's kind of is boring. We see people talking. We see some generalized douchebag behavior among certain actors in the play. It's not fun. It's pretty boring, I would say. And they have this thing where never they never like teleport. They never have the camera be somewhere and then instantly be somewhere else. They have the camera walk or follow, or appear to follow at least, to every other place they do. And most of the whole thing happens like within like a 2 block radius of the entire movie. So that said, I mean, it's not that it's not like they are going to be going country to country with this. It's not crazy or anything like that, but it's um, it's like them following you. You're following them around the studio, um, and it's not fun. It's not exciting for most of it. There are a couple parts where there were two people were fighting, and it was like kind of interesting to watch, but it wasn't like a cinematic fight. It was just kind of like two douchebags fighting. It was kind of like you'd see by two drunk people who aren't that malicious towards each other at a bar, maybe like I don't know, maybe like trying to restrain a family member who's doing something degenerate. I don't know, like I don't want to say something too bad, like beating your wife. I mean, this might be the kind of restraint you would see in that situation, but it's like wasn't even that serious. It wasn't that serious of a fight. And that's like halfway through the movie. Halfway through the movie, I was exceedingly bored. Nothing exciting was happening. I wanted to turn it off. I really did. And later on, it kind of picks up a little bit, and there was a good part where it actually like made me care about the character for a little bit, and it kind of built up to a pretty fun climax. And it was actually a little bit. I would say it was actually a little bit of horror towards the climax of it, because I like watching it all go down. I'm like, man, I actually care about this, and like when the event happened, I don't want to spoil it for you, but when the event happened, the climax, it was like, man, this is messed up. Like people's reaction to this terrible thing were seemed evil. It seemed really bad to me, and that wasn't the perception that the people I was watching it with got, but it was something that terrified me. It was pretty scary there. So, and it wasn't like a horror, I guess, but it was like looking at people how they reacted to this terrible thing that occurred. Um, Partly because they didn't fully understand what was happening, but it was shocking, let's say, and it was very surprising. They made me care about that. There was a time when I really cared about that, and then there's kind of like this. I'd call it very broken falling action. It was like falling action that didn't really even need to be there. That was kind of just spoiling everything that you just saw. Where you cared about things and it was exciting and horrifying all in one instant. All of that excitement, it was just kind of like just peed on, pooped on for a good 5 minutes or 5 to 10 minutes. So that was stupid at the end. The ending was stupid. The middle was stupid. The beginning was stupid. There's a little bit kind of like between the middle and the end that was like made you care about it a little bit. But I mean, I still don't think it justifies having an entire movie. Like the whole thing could be over in 20 minutes, and I would have loved it 10 times as much. Like I really would have. I mean, I prefer to just watch like an edited 20-minute version of it over and over again instead of watching the whole thing. And they do this thing where there's like a drum set going for like extended periods of time, and there's like legal stuff going on. I don't care about almost all of this. Like very little about this I cared, and I don't want to give away too much of it. But my recommendation: don't watch it. That's what I would give to you. So thanks very much for watching. Don't watch the movie. It sucked. You have a good day.